Well, good morning, everyone. This is Jennifer Sanchez. You are watching the Wise Morning Coffee Chat Show. Uh, if anything can go wrong, it will. Today was a whole bunch of Marisel Melendez. She couldn't make it. She had an emergency. So we, so I had to find Mary Yee, who's a coach in the community, to jump on in and support the chat. And we're still trying to get our guest to jump on this morning. So hopefully she could jump on so that we can talk about these awesome topics. But I know that we love to talk about coffee. So we're going to do like some filler conversations. And hopefully our guests can jump on and we can get right to it because I think these are really important topics to talk about anyway. So my name is Jennifer Sanchez. I'm your host. This is a show where we highlight spectacular women, and this is a show where we want you to get your inspiration, conversation, and motivation for the rest of your week. So that is who I am. Mary, can you introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Mary Yee, and I am a mom of a 10-year-old. I keep forgetting she had a birthday. Thanks. So she's 10. She's a dancer. She's very active. She's very funny, and I can't appreciate that anymore as I am a mom of loss, and so she's my rainbow baby. And I am also a coach with Beachbody. I help people with their health and fitness with workouts and meal plans and a support group. I also am a coach with Wise. I've taken Jennifer's program, and like I say every time, I can't say enough about it
Nice.
because it just helped me.
Nice. Thank you for sharing, Mary. Oh, there's a little back noise there. Is that me or is that you? Okay.
I don't hear anything.
Uh, I don't know. If anyone hears it, let us know. So we got to talk about, our topic that we always talk about because this is a coffee chat show. So we got to talk about coffee, right? Coffee. That's what we're about. And I was thinking like, why the heck do I have this fascination with coffee? Right? Like part of I want to say the branding of everything with Wise, like we have leaned a lot towards coffee and coffee conversations and breakfast. So I just thought to myself, I must just really enjoy mornings because it's the only thing. Like I was inviting, and Mary, I'll share what I'm drinking right now, but I was inviting people to the live coffee chat on Saturday and tell me why. Someone said, "Oh, I wasn't sure if you meant morning or evening for the show." So I thought to myself, "Oh, in my mind, I just thought, well, coffee morning, right? Like I didn't connect coffee with evening in my mind, right?" So I'm like, dang, maybe I should be specific because some people are thinking I'm having evening events, and I wasn't.
Yeah, my mom says she can drink coffee in the evening. I personally can't because I won't go to sleep. So
Yeah, I think
yeah,
me.
maybe evening drinkers.
I know. And so I'll go into what I'm drinking. I actually wanted to announce this coffee that we're partnering with uh r- you're right now. We're partnering with this company and it's called and you might have seen it, Cafe Ama. It is so good, you guys. So I'm just bringing out the papers, on sharing some little bit of information on this coffee. So we had, hey Yamile, how are you? So we had our live event, right, on Saturday. And I don't know when I'm going to have another one, to be honest with you. Those are not as common as before. I used to do every month meetings, but now with COVID and how we've changed the setup where we're all more virtual, Maybe we might do one in the summer or next fall. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe summertime we'll do something. I haven't decided or with the team or come to agreement with anyone. But this coffee is made. It's a social impact Arabica coffee. I hope I said that right. It's grown in Puerto Rico. It's 100% sales of Cafe Ama Love are invested in entrepreneurship, education programs for women and children. Cafe Ama Love creates a pathway towards financial empowerment by providing entrepreneurial opportunities to women and children in Puerto Rico, and their programs based in agriculture, so further develop and support farm workers and combat food security. Now, here's the interesting part. Hey, we have our guest here. The interesting part about this coffee is these seeds are the leftover seeds, or I guess it's the seeds from the hurricane. So, when they had that big hurricane that really messed up the infrastructure in Puerto Rico, these were the leftover seeds from that time. And now they've used those seeds to produce their coffee grains. And I just thought this is a 501c3. I mean, what they're doing out there is amazing. I can share the links in the chat so you guys can learn more about it. But we do have a promo code WISE for those that want to support this coffee, what they're doing. I mean, they're doing amazing things, right? So the seeds, just to give you a little idea, they've supported 120 Puerto Rican students ages 9 to 12. 25 students run businesses in 6 communities across Puerto Rico. They've actually sold 3,000 bags of Cafe Ama Love so far. So they are pretty new, but and I'm sure like I said, you can find more information about that at friendsofpuertorico.org. They've helped 50,000 people in Puerto Rico. They've helped 750 women and girls. They've partnered with 50 organizations. I believe the founder of this organization's out in Washington, D.C. So definitely check them out. Again, promo code, you get 20% off through us if you use the word WISE. So that's what I'm drinking this morning. And it's probably one of the strongest coffees I've ever drank. I'm not even gonna lie. This is that hurricane coffee for real. Like, this a coffee smacked me in my face on Saturday. Like, I was like, whoa. Like, I drink coffee a lot and I don't get stimulated very easily by coffee. Like you, Mary, you say when you drink coffee, like it'll keep you up, right? Like you can't drink coffee in the evenings because then you'll stay up the whole time. Like I need like a lot of coffee to do that to me. And I was drinking this coffee on Saturday and I turned over to Liza, who also went to the event, and I said, am I drunk? Like I literally I was not ready. I was not ready for what I drank. I was like, am I high right now? Like, what is going on here with my body? I'm not drinking. So, what are you drinking, Mary? I will stop talking now. What are you drinking?
So I got, like you said, jumped on here last minute. So that I had finished my workout and I'm like, I'm a hot mess. So that's why my hair's a little crazy. So I'm still drinking my hydration drink that I drink after my workouts. So it's kind of like Gatorade, but it's less sugar. So that's what I'm drinking. I have to hurry up and make my coffee before noon or I'm going to be up all night.
That makes sense. Like you have a certain time that you can't drink coffee, right?
Right.
Like, and I don't know if we can talk about this right now. We don't have our guest on, but let's talk about empaths. Let's talk about this. I think okay, and I've been reading books on empath because uh, I saw a lot of memes and a lot of people are like, "I'm an empath. I'm an empath. I'm an empath," and I was like, "Are you really an empath? Let me learn about this." So I started looking up books and I started reading, and I said, "I want to understand what this empath is, right? What is actual empath?" And there's actual psychologists now that are incorporating this type of therapy or this type of theory into their coaching, right? And people that are more empaths are more sensitive to coffee. So in my community, I had the women take the empath test off this book. And Mary, you were pretty high on this test, weren't you?
Yeah, and I've kind of known that I've had like an extra something about me since like I was young. And my dad at that time was like, you need to control this because you're going to struggle in the future if you keep taking on all these emotions. And
Mm,
yeah, it is a struggle. I'm taking like if I meet people and I bond with them, like their pain becomes my pain.
yeah. So I will suggest the book if anyone wants to um, look up what an empath is or read more about it. It's called The Empath Survival Guide. It's by Judith Orloff. So that was the book that I read. But really, what an empath is that they I don't want to say in the book they did use this example. It's almost like they have this kind of telepathic ability, if we want to just kind of put it out there, not necessarily that they're telepathic, but like empaths can really feel other people's emotions. Like they're really good at reading other people's emotions. Some empaths can't even go to social settings because it's just too much for them, and they'll absorb everything that is going on in the party. So everyone's emotions. So sometimes you see empaths, they can't handle that. So then they get into drug addictions, they get into alcoholism because it's easier for them to deal with all these emotions coming to them. Um, definitely you know, even when I was reading this empath book, it expressed how light you're just very sensitive, like to coffee, to light. And that's what I wanted to make sure when I had the community, I said, everybody take this test. I want to know if you're really an empath before you start calling yourself an empath out there. Because I'm really big about what you call yourself or what you title yourself. Like, don't title
Mm.
yourself something that you have not been diagnosed. I'm not a believer in that. I'm not going to call myself an alcoholic until I know that I've gone to a doctor and I have these alcoholic tendencies. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm just giving you guys an example.
Yeah, and
I really don't.
I've had times where like I reach out to people because they're on my mind so much. And when I talk to them, they'll be like, "Yeah, I've been going through this," and and I'm like, just that's why you've probably been on my mind because you're going through something, and I can. There's like an aura about me that like I need to talk to them. I need to talk to them. I need to talk to them.
Yeah, and even in the book, if I see Ruby Garcia, she wrote they feel energy and emotion. Um, so yeah, if that empath survival guide, you know, if you feel like you are an empath, definitely check out this book because it helped me understand what an empath is. I'm not an empath. I scored really low on that test. Like I really don't. I would be oblivious to people's emotions, to be honest with to be honest with you, unless I ask you. But even couples, like you feel each other, like empath. Someone that has empath or is an empath or has tested high in that empath test would feel almost like if one is nauseous, like let's say your husband's nauseous and you're an empath, you'd feel nauseous. Like that's how deep it is. You also feel nauseous with them. So I'm like, dang, like that is for real. That so it's not 100% accepted by everyone in the psycho realm or psychology realm or psychotherapy. She is Judith Orloff is like first ones to really incorporate these empath tests into her practice. And she's the first, when I was reading this book, she's the first psychologist to really talk about this. So now with social media, you see everyone talking about empaths and people that put on a lot of weight. Sometimes they do that as a way of protection. They don't even realize it because they're empaths and they don't want to absorb everybody's energy. So that's why some people put on so much weight to block that from coming in. Like I thought that was crazy when I read that. I was like, holy moly. I know that's not my problem. I just like food. So, uh, I'm just fat. No, I'm just joking.
You had
uh,
a baby, sister.
I know I had a baby. I had a baby. Yes, Mary's giving me some grace here. She's like, give yourself some grace. I gained weight because I had a baby. She's a year and a half. Now I'm working towards dropping all that stuff. We have here, good morning, ladies. Jackie, good morning. Um, I know Yamalet, she said, I can't drink coffee at night and I can drink coffee at night and still go to sleep. You are like me, Yamalet. I could drink coffee and go to sleep too. So this coffee, Cafe Ame Love. I apologize. You can find them at Cafe Ama Love. You would totally love this because I don't know if it's stronger than Bustelo, but all I know is when I drank it on Saturday, I felt high. And I literally was like, did I need cream in that? You know how I like black coffee, you guys. So I was like, I need cream next time. I can't drink that straight black no more because that is some strong coffee. Um, we have Teresa. She said, hey, ladies, I'm having difficulties. I'm willing to chat it up with you all by joining in this way. So very sorry. It's okay, Teresa. We'll try again. No worries. We have someone here said, don't tell the vision, May 31st, 2020. I have no clue what God said. God said, I know what God says, but I don't know what that comment is about. But thank you, Wesley Curry, for joining in. So, we were going to talk about a couple of topics. And I think these are some good topics to talk about. I want to just say, Teresa, she looks amazing. And one of the things that I wanted to, we could talk about her here through the chat. Yeah, for sure. I know she just started a wine company, or she started creating wines. I personally, I mean, do I drink wine? Yes, I can. All I know is Moscato. I know I don't like them bitter wines. Uh, I need the sweetness. If I'm gonna drink any kind of wine, it needs to be sweet. But for I don't know if anyone here is a wine drinker, but I know that they have all the Okay, to help me out, Mary. Chardonnays, is that a wine? I hope that's a wine.
Yes, it's a wine.
The
All I know are reds and whites. That's
right.
all I know.
I want to share a story with you guys. So in my town, they have a lot of events in the community. They'll always do like Easter egg hunts. They'll have in the summer bands playing at the park. It's really like lively. They try to do a lot of stuff for the community, which I really appreciate. They had a little trailer and they were selling alcohol. So I had an aunt there and she was like, go get me some wine. I said, okay, fine, I'll go get you wine. And I was like, what kind of wine do you want? You just think of white or red, right? Okay, I went and I said, can I get red wine? And he was like, the gentleman was like, well, one, it comes out of this box. So then two,
Oh,
it's burgundy. He said,
no.
there's no red wine, there's only burgundy wine. And I said, burgundy wine? What the heck is burgundy wine? I know that is not a thing, but I just thought that was the funniest thing. And I came back to the group and told them, and everyone had a ball with that, with what just happened. But it's red and white. So I know you got the Blanc, right? I know you got the
Rosés.
yeah, rosé. So I'm not into the wine. I just know Moscato. Go to Olive Garden. They'll give you a sample. All right, give me the sample. Like that's all I know when it comes to wine. I have gone to wine tastings, but I don't remember anything. To be honest with you, like with Habitats, is it Habitat of Humanity? I think
Mm-hmm.
they do the wine tasting. So we've had it. We've had events through them, through a different organization when I partnered with a different organization called Latinas on the Plaza. So I helped them put together their wine tasting event before when I did more social media for companies. And it was fun, but I don't remember what the hell I was drinking, to be honest with you. you know?
I'm
And it was
like
funny
you.
because my
Oh, go ahead.
no, no, go ahead.
I'm like you. If it's not a Moscato, I can't. Like my mouth is like, no, I can't. The bitters are probably too bitter for me. Me and my husband always say we like the fruity kind. So whatever's fruity, just give it to us because we're not big wine drinkers.
Yeah, because there's some real sour ones or some real bitter ones, right? And I love people that drink wine because they're like, oh, you can drink this with this type of fruit or this type of cheese. Like, I don't know. Give me a yeah, give me some Hennessy, give me some Bacardi, give me, I know those type of drinks. Give me tequila. I don't know this wine stuff, this wine rum, but Teresa does. So I wanted to give her kudos because I thought it was so cool that she created her own wine. She is from Style Room 365 where she has a wholesale store, and I hope I say this right, Teresa, if you're watching. But she sells clothes at wholesale, and she has membership packages. Stella Rose Black. I know Stella Rose Black. I've done that. So I'm familiar with that, and I've combined that with Hennessy. Don't ask me why I did that, but I saw a recipe and I thought maybe that might be good together, and it wasn't that great. So, again, I'm not a big drinker. I'm just like, okay, let me try this. Let me see what this tastes like. Um, so that's all fun. So yeah, we want to make sure we kudos to her, and I don't know if she's watching and if she can share the link to her wines and more information on that. I think she's in the process of putting wines out there. So congratulations, and let's go on to our next topic. We wanted to talk about this topic, and I feel like this, I hope I even wrote it correctly. Did I write that right? my editors, did I write that right? I think I did.
I
Cul-
think you did.
Culture appropriation, right? This whole thing now. Yamala said, I do like wine coolers. So um, I'm familiar with wine coolers as well. I'm not a big wine cooler person, to be honest with you. I feel like that's a lot of sugar. I try now
Yes.
lately. I try to just not drink alcohol anymore because it just has so much sugar. Wine, any type of alcohol. I know tequila is like one of the few that doesn't have calories. So
Vodka.
vodka, right? But you got to drink it straight. You can't,
Right.
like, if you're trying to avoid all these extra calories. And since I'm on this, let me drop all this baby weight. I really stay away from alcohol right now. Um, but yes, alcohol, we got to be careful. Too many carbs, too much sugar. It helps us put on weight. And it's interesting because you see people, oh, I want to lose weight. I want to drop pounds, blah, blah, and all of us say that, right? All of us. Like, how much alcohol do you consume? Like, I'm just being
Right.
honest.
'Cause you can easily throw away your week's worth of hard work in your alcohol consumption over the weekend.
Yeah, well, you've seen Mary. I've dropped 15 pounds. I still got
Right.
another, I'd be happy with another 20 pounds down. Um, because I gained 50 pounds from the pregnancy. I tend to put on
Yeah.
weight when I get pregnant. I'm not, and I wasn't even like, it wasn't even gluttony. I wasn't even going all out. Like, I just put on pounds, and my doctor was like, you need to stop. I was like, I'm not eating bad. Like, I'm not, but what I do eat a lot is carbs, right? At that time, I
Mm.
was a lot of, Mexican dishes is, what is it? Tortillas.
I mean, I used to crave green enchiladas my
That's all
whole pregnancy.
tortillas.
Hmm.
Right? So, yeah, definitely tortillas. That's one of the biggest. So I stopped. I don't remember the last time I had a tortilla, maybe like 2 weeks ago, but it was because we ate tacos from outside of my house. But I don't make anything with tortillas anymore in my house. So my husband's kind of like, are we going to eat like this for the rest of our lives? I'm Like
I'll
I'm
have to get you a healthy tortilla recipe.
yeah. Oh wait, I'm not the one that's gonna be doing all of that though. Like don't do all that. Don't do that to me because I don't have the energy to be like, oh see, let me make my tortillas and let me like put it in the little whatever that thing is
Little machine.
called.
Yep.
Yeah, that.
Tortilla
I
press.
don't got that. The tortilla thing. I don't got the energy for that. Um so
Build muscle.
build build muscle. But I wanted to go back to the topic of a culture appropriation, right? Um, and maybe some people have different opinions on this. It just seems like social media is big on cancel culture and is big on like there's a lot of good things that happen with social media and then there's some things that might be bad as well. And I just feel like they're highlighting cultural appropriation. Now there's a lot of videos and TikToks saying, okay, don't take, for example, hairstyles, right? So the black culture, they'll do the box braids, they'll do the braids, micro braids, right? There are certain hairstyles that are more African American that are not respected or they're not appreciated, right? Like you've seen in sporting events, like they'll make young men there was one in what was it 2016, they made him cut his braids off. Like they do that a lot
Right.
to black culture, right? To black hairstyles. But then we have like Afro Latinas that that do hair. We have Latinas that do hair, they do their hair like that. Like when I was a kid and I was a teenager, like it was normal for us to have braids. It was normal for me to have cornrows in my head. Like and black girls did my hair. Like they were the ones doing my hair because I went to such a diverse school, whereas I knew Cambodians, I knew Arabics, I knew any type of Asian you can think of, black, and then Mexican, Puerto Rican, Colombian. Like we had everything, and we were all little hood kids. Like we were we were all like, we were all special at that time. So, um, it was normal for us to be okay with braids. But now I feel like, and I might be wrong, so whoever wants to communicate, go for it. You know, I'm just wondering, like, is it wrong now to have braids and be a Latina? Like, I used to have braids all the time when I was a kid and when I was young. You used to do, I don't know if anyone ever did it, halfway braids or full set of braids. Like, that's what we used to do all the time. I don't know about you, Mary. I don't know. I don't know. It seems, I don't know if, is it really, have people really became that sensitive?
I don't
Were
know
we
if
wrong? I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I want to say that people want to hold on to the culture and they're kind of being selfish about it. Like, we're not mocking it. We're not, mistreating it. It's something that we see the beauty in, want that beauty. And when I was a kid, unfortunately, my mom did not have the patience to brush out my hair and braid it. So she would always cut my hair short, and I was always envious of those who had the braids and the beads. And I was like, "Oh, I want to wear that one day."
Mhm. And that makes sense. And I think if you go to other, well, we're Mexican. I know you, me, we're both are Mexican. I know in Mexico, which was a good point that Maricel, our co-host, was gonna share. When she went to Mexico, every corner they did braids in Mexico. Like they were gonna do your whole hair braids. Like it's culturally in Latino cultures is accepted. I remember when my sister would go to the beach, they can do your hair there. Like you would get cornrows on the beach. If you went to I think she went to Cancun. I don't forgot what playa it was. It was
Mhm.
Jalisco though. Oh, no, my bad. It was a beach in Jalisco, I think it was. And she would get braids. So I don't know. I don't know. It just seems like maybe Kim Kardashian, now that she does it, they don't like that. So I'm just trying to have conversations with people here and see what it is. What
Mhm.
we have Jackie, she said, Ever since Bold Derek in the picture 10 wore cornrows in her hair braids have become slowly more acceptable in the hairstyle world. When was that? When was that?
In the 70s.
That was in the 70s? Okay, that was definitely, yeah, before my time. Um, we just love the style. I thought so. And you know that I'm going, if you got in a fight, you had to put cornrows in your hair. You weren't gonna fight with regular hair. You're gonna braid your hair. Like, I'm
You're
just
gonna
being
get your
honest what
whole
we used
head
to
pulled
do.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get your hair pulled out. Um, I don't think it's wrong. However, I think where the problem comes from is where it originates from a lot of those people where it originated from, a lot of those people get sensitive. Okay, I see. And that's why I wanted to bring also Teresa, because she comes from the fashion realm, and I thought it would be great to have her perspective and share with us what's her opinion on that. Ever since Bo Derek wore, oh, sorry, I already shared the same one. Um, I believe it was in the 70s, and it was slowly crept into the style rule that Braves are okay. I see. I need to look for pictures when I had them on now. Yeah, I don't know where. I'm pretty sure my mom has pictures of me in them too. I don't remember where I kept them, but you know, and I think now it's becoming a beauty trend. Like, I've seen a lot of little girls, and the only reason why I know this because my daughter follows all of these models, and gosh, it must suck to grow in this generation because there's just so much on social media. And one thing my daughter wants to do is box braids, right? She likes that. She likes that hairstyle. She thinks it's beautiful. Um, I think it's beautiful. So, but that's again, like, are we overstepping if we were to do that? Would that be wrong? Would that be appreciated? And Marisel Melendez, she had box braids. If you
Mhm.
guys look her up, she had pink box braids, and she looked good in them. And she said she got
Yeah.
compliments from everybody, every race, every culture. So it's
She
just this
always
is
looks like she's on vacation. And
she
when I saw those, I was like, "Oh my god, she always looks amazing."
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she does. She looks great. She looked great in them. I thought she did.
Mhm.
I'm texting while I'm working, and sorry for the typo errors. Oh, you're fine, Jackie. We get it. I know in the fashion world they're quick to call it culture appropriation. Okay, appreciation. I did like, if you appreciate a culture, rock it, right? Like, I've heard of that too as well. So that's an interesting way to look at it, right? Appreciating the culture. Like, I know I know that maybe the Hispanic culture, right? I don't know how much we've contributed. I know the only thing I could think of is Selena, like the big hoops, right? That Hispanic women wear. I know I've seen Beyonce give Selena credit to a lot of her styles and looks because she said she so badly wanted to be Hispanic since she grew up in Houston. And she admired Selena. So I mean, I can see that we've contributed in maybe the girl. I don't know. Maybe I need to do more research on this. The hoops. What did we contribute?
I have no idea. I'm
And
like in fashion, I have no idea.
I know hoops for sure is one of our biggest things. Like, we're known for wearing them big old hoops. That's what we've contributed to society besides food and all that other stuff. But I know
And
uh,
holidays.
in holidays, I know we've contributed. I'm sure there's a lot more stuff that we've done, and I need my community here that's talking to chime in and share, because that's how we can have more conversation.
Right.
um but yeah, I see that in the fashion realm is called culture appreciation versus culture appropriation. I guess, when is it wrong? When is it crossing the line, right? Is there ever,
Yeah. When do we overstep?
yeah, when do you overstep, right? Like, when is it wrong to do that, and when is it right to do that? I mean, when is it appropriate?
I mean, I think as long as you're respecting the culture,
Mhm, mhm,
it's fine.
mhm.
Once you start mocking it, then that's a whole different, there's no respect for it.
Yeah. So when you go to weddings, I have in-laws that are from Jordan. So I know that when I had to go to a Jordanian wedding, I had to wear their outfits. I had to wear their cultural dresses for the wedding,
Mhm.
right? Kind of like in the Indian culture. If you go to an Indian wedding, you're expected to wear Indian dresses. And
Yeah, I've gotten a sari just for even birthdays and Indian parties. So yeah.
yeah, so I don't know what the dress is called, but I know I had to wear like a specific Palestinian type of dress. And that was kind of like required. It was told to everyone because the couple that got married, she's half Mexican and half Jordanian. And she told us to dress up like that because she knows we're not comfortable. We're not comfortable. Well, we don't know. We don't know what to look like, right? But yeah, we had to dress it, and I don't think it was disrespectful. I loved it. I was like, oh, I get to dress something different. I get to shop something different. Go to a store that I've never been to and experience this whole like ethnic culture that's not mine. And I loved the Arabic wedding. Like I loved it. I was like, these women were having too much fun, and it was all women. Like they separated the parties and had all women here and then all the
And
men
no
there.
men.
Yeah, and they did that because in the Muslim culture they hide their hair, so they wanted to show their hair, so they didn't have the men in the room. We couldn't take pictures of the women that didn't have their wrap on, or that's not the hijab.
Yeah.
But it was too much fun, and I was like, man, these women are like going all out here and like having too much fun in this wedding. Um, let's see, we have some comments here. Oh, I know we talked about wine. I'll be launching a wine brand in May. Yes, I know that she's launching her wine brand. I wasn't sure if it was out yet. We also have Ruby. I think this is an interesting topic. I know it drives me insane seeing white folks wear sombreros and mustaches on Cinco de Mayo. Yeah, yeah, that is definitely, I think that's a mocking. I guess that would be considered mocking, right? That's how I would see it. It's crossing the line when it's mocking. There we go. I didn't finish the sentence. So I agree. I think if you're mocking the culture, that's when it's wrong.
So if you guys can tell, my last name is Yi. So my husband is Chinese. So for our wedding, what we did when they introduced us at the ceremony was we switched clothes. I dressed in a white Chinese dress, and he dressed in the ranchero style, where he had the shirt with the Virgen on the back, just as he's accepting my culture and I was accepting his culture. And that is where I think it's respecting one another. Whereas if we would have been like all loud and crazy about it, I think it would have been a different story. Like
Yeah.
everybody came up to us and they were like, that was a great idea. We loved it. And it's all about how you approach what you're doing.
I think that's nice. I've actually bought. I remember I've bought Chinese dresses because I just love the dress so much. The
The
look, the
style.
pattern, the style. I've always loved it. So I remember one year my mother-in-law, she brought me a dress from China because she knew that I loved it so much, and I studied Chinese while I was in high school and in college. So I I was like, I just love it. I appreciate the culture. Like I want to wear it because, and not that I found an opportunity to wear the dress, because I haven't found an opportunity to actually wear the dress, to be honest with you. I just have it in my closet because I just think it's so pretty. So maybe someone invite me to a Chinese wedding, give me an opportunity to wear the dress. um,
Maybe when Hayden gets
Yep.
married.
When Hayden gets married, invite me. Yep. So we do have Teresa. She said yes. She agrees with you. This is an interesting conversation. I think it is. So I'm definitely not going to talk about fashion trends because I know that's definitely Teresa's realm. I have no clue what's coming into fashion. I have no clue what's coming into fashion anytime soon. I just know leggings and t-shirts and workout clothes at this moment. I think with COVID, that's all.
Everybody's one.
Everyone is wearing them. Well, I should take it back. We have teenagers, so I know that the little puffy things are coming back on the side that used to be like an 80s style, right? Like everything was puffy right here. Um,
Yeah, I had that on my quinceañera dress.
I noticed that that's coming back, right? And I'm sure Teresa can chime in on that. I know crop tops because I'm always yelling at my daughter, like, no, you ain't wearing that. You better
Oh
wear.
my gosh, yeah.
I tell her put a tank top under,
T-shirt underneath. Yep.
t-shirt underneath. Yeah, make sure you have a shirt under because you ain't showing all that. Uh, mom jeans,
Is tie like
tie dye. I have seen tie dye. Here the spring style scoops. Teresa said. So she said, okay, well here's the spring style scoop, guys. She said pastel tones are hot now, right now. So pastel tones is the thing. I love pastel. I wear pastel all the time, so I fit right in. Like, um, so yeah, so pastel tones are hot. I've also seen like, and the clothes nowadays. Like, I'm like, wasn't that popular in the 90s?
it always comes back.
It does. It does. Like the big scrunchies now. Like, have you seen those big scrunchies? Like, I'm talking about like the 90s scrunchies that I used to put on my head when I was a kid, like a little girl. Now you see them super like big again, like the old days.
Mhm. Yep. They
Um,
wear 'em up their arms.
so we have how do you pronounce that, Mary?
Sorbet.
Okay, I wasn't gonna attempt to say that. Pastel tones. Um, Teresa said style, of course, repeats itself. I can see that, right? Um, when I was a kid, my mom used to make me sell scrunchies, and don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. This first grader was trying to sell 50-cent scrunchies, 25-cent scrunchies. Like,
That's where you got your hustle. That's why.
she would make she was you know a stay-home mom at that time, and she would make the big scrunchies with different material because she knew how to sew. She knew how to use a sewing machine, so she'd be
Mhm.
like, here, take these and sell them. So I'm there, first grade, kindergarten, like, you want to buy a scrunchie for 25 cents? Like, what?
She gave you your hustle, sister.
I know. I was like, what? And it's funny because Ines used to sell, now in first grade and second grade, she used to sell what is it called that all the kids are into?
Slime.
Slime. She used to sell slime. She would make slime, put it in a little container, take it to school, and try to sell it to kids. These kids. So yeah, so we'll continue. So the fashion trends definitely, and then of course, keeping yourself looking like a snack. So you see that meme all the time. Like, I either want a snack or be a snack, right? Like, what is that? How's that meme go? Somebody might know it here. Uh, I think it's hilarious. Like, people struggle with the idea of looking like a snack, which obviously when they say that, it's like looking attractive or
Right.
looking hot or whatever, right? Um, Oh, Teresa, she added headscarves, adding a finishing touch to your look. That's good, Teresa. And maybe we could talk about headscarves. Sometimes I feel like that might be also uh people might say that's cultural appropriation, right? Because like the whole headscarf thing, I don't know, do people wear headscarves? Sometimes I feel like I can't wear headscarves, certain headscarves or certain styles of headscarves, so I might be wrong, right? Like, I might be in the wrong, I might be crossing somebody's culture, whether it's Arabic, whether it's Muslim, whether it's African American. Like, I don't ever want to cross that line, so I'm not even sure. I don't even know how to put on a headscarf. Like,
Yeah, I don't either.
you
No,
know
I wouldn't know how to tie it if you.
Yeah. And before, I mean,
Mm.
I know my mother-in-law used to wear headscarves all the time, and she used to rock them, and they looked really nice because she's Muslim. So I never really knew how to do that. Like I always loved how Alicia Keys put on her headscarves. I always loved like that look. I just never knew how to make it look good on me, or ever tried to attempt to make it look good on me. Um, so let me see. Well, in the fashion world, the scarves are from the 50s and the 60s. Gotcha. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. So I love this. I love these conversations. I think these are good conversations. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this was Teresa, if you ever follow her, she has a diet she follows. So I remember, Teresa, you put a picture up and you have a specific way of eating that you follow. And Teresa looks good, you guys. Teresa looks good. Like she looks great. So tell me, and I think if I remember what the post said, she had a real carb heavy plate of pasta. And she said she doesn't really eat this. Usually, I believe, see, I'm sounding like a stalker, Teresa, because you're not here. But she would say she would say she'd only eat chicken, I think I read, because that impacted me, that post. I'm not gonna lie. That post inspired me to not eat. She doesn't eat red meats, no pastas, very low carb. And I feel like Teresa put LOL. I feel like she says she only drinks red wine. I wanna say that, but I'm not 100% sure. Um and she doesn't drink a lot of alcohol or no dairy, no red meat. So she has this diet that she follows for so many years, it said in the post. And I said, dang, I need to follow that diet 'cause she looks good. Whatever she's doing, I need to start implementing in my life.
Yeah,
Only red wine.
she said only red wine.
Yep, only red wine.
And
So
red wine is supposed to be good for your heart.
yeah, I think one a day though, right? Not like
Right. Yeah, you
don't.
can't drink a whole bottle.
Yeah, don't drink a whole bottle. That's not healthy for you. So this is good. This is a good conversation because, I think if it works for one person, it can work for more people. That's how I've been able to maintain my weight. And if you ever follow Teresa, she's always in these cutest outfits. Like she's always showing off her figure. Teresa, grandma, because if you're a grandma, I should be embarrassed of myself. Right? And I'm just joking. Like, you look so good. She said, sugar is the devil.
It is. It's
she
and
said,
there's sugar in everything.
she said, sugar is the devil. Water, water, water. Like, y'all just go to the post, follow her, because she's always showing herself in different outfits because of the field that she's in. I'm sure a lot of those are her outfits, and she's a fashion expert. She has a book out that she published not too long ago. I'm sure she's gonna share the book. But if you check her out, man, I'm like, whatever you're doing, I need to do it. So it actually was one of my inspirations, to be honest with you. Even Mary, I stopped eating carbs, um, because that post really inspired me. That post of not eating pasta, and I love pasta. I love bread. Like I would rather go vegetarian to eat my carbs, and Mary knows this. I used to say I love carbs. I'll eat carbs all day, and that's why I would run a lot because it's like carbs. I tried burning off.
Because you can carb up right before a run.
You can carb up before a run, or if you were a swimmer, eat a lot of carbs before you go for a swim. That was something that I love to do because I just love tortillas. I love carbs. Um, she said, "Water, water, water." I'm a I'm a grandma 99 ways to KYSS. She put carbs are so good. Yeah, they are. That's good and bad carbs. Yeah, I mean we have carbs in our vegetables, right,
Right.
Mary?
Like you can have a carb in like a sweet potato or something.
Yeah. Uh, and I have tried staying away from regular potatoes. Like I try to just do sweet potatoes because it's less carbs, less sugar, less starches, right?
Right.
Um, you got cauliflower that has carbs. Broccoli has carbs. Um, Vegetables have
Beans have
carbs.
carbs. Your
Your
beans have
beans.
carbs.
Yeah. And that's what Teresa's saying, good carbs and bad carbs. What are the bad carbs?
Oh, your chips, the starches in your breads and your tortillas.
Yeah, yeah. And I started really just cooking low carb, and I noticed that even my husband has been losing weight faster than me. Like
Always.
reaping the benefits of my hard labor and research. The book title is 91. Oh, there we go. 99 Ways to Keep Your Style Simple. That's the book title. 99 Ways to KYSS. That's cute. I love that title. Um, uh, yeah, she put, yep, Maricel. This is Mary. This is Mary Teresa. Maricel couldn't
It's
make it
okay.
this
I know
morning.
what she's saying.
um, we had all types of technical difficulties this morning, so it is what it is. It happens. And Mary was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna jump on in and help you out all last minute." So I appreciate her so much for this. So yes, check out her book because she's and follow Teresa if you want like style ideas. If you want to, she will show you how to put an outfit together. I've noticed that even she'll put where she buys her outfits from. So like this is from Forever 21. This is from New York and Company. I'm just throwing brands out there. I don't know if that's what it is, but I have noticed that when she puts an outfit together and she just puts a picture out there, she'll share where she got it from. And I've seen some of her images where she'll say, this didn't cost me more than $50. And it's like affordable and still you can still look fashionable as well, which I can appreciate, right? Because we know we have some women that are like big bargain hunters and they don't want to spend too much on their look, but they still want to look cute. Um, so she put yes, I'm here, ladies, to help ya. Um, no worries. She put, I'm so sorry, guys. You're fine. You're fine, Teresa. We know. So, check out her style, and follow her. If you want inspiration, follow her. She will definitely inspire you because in all honesty, she did inspire me with the low carbs. I don't eat pasta no more. I don't remember the last time I ate pasta. I went to Olive Garden, Mary. Okay. This is a big deal. I went to Olive Garden, had none of the breadsticks. Wow.
That's huge.
Olive Garden breadsticks are the devil. So like they are so good, but they are so bad because one could become like 10 real quickly.
Real easy. They're
Real
like got this cracked butter on them or something.
and they're sweet and they have a little bit of cheese on them, right? And they're hot and they're like really good. I told my sister put it on the other side of the table. I don't want to look at them. Um, and I didn't eat no pasta. I had the salmon and the broccoli. 400
Mm,
calories.
nice.
Nice. It was and I felt good. I didn't feel bad. When you eat pasta, you feel always heavy and you want to go to sleep. And I felt good. I was like, I'm
Mm,
feeling good. I kept it low carb. I don't follow a keto diet. I do take ideas from keto stuff. Sometimes when I'm like, I really want like a dessert or something, I will look up keto stuff, but I don't really follow a keto diet. I just try to keep everything low carb, but sometimes keto has some great recipes if you don't want to eat too many carbs for like a dessert or something like that.
right.
Um, so that's what I've been doing lately. That's been helping me out because in the past I would just go vegetarian and drop all this weight. I can't do that no more. It's kind of hard with all the family. Everyone wants to eat meat in the household, and I don't got time to make two meals. It's just too hard. So I think this is a great conversation, though. I don't know, Mary. What do you think?
I think that, yeah, that's great too. I'm always, as a Beachbody health and fitness coach, like we have our own meal plans and there's a stricter meal plan and then a more like, if you're not ready for that step, if you're just starting, it's a mindset meal plan where you learn how to plate your food
Mm,
correctly and you're not so confined to counting calories but I
mhm,
myself, need more discipline
Mhm.
because when I eyeball stuff, it's easy for me to go, oh, just a little bit more. And even then, just a little bit more does add up.
Yeah, don't go for that second plate.
Right.
That might make a big difference in people's diet. Like, if you think about it, like, you have your first plate and that food was so good and you tempted to get another plate because it's just so good. Um, I know sometimes I did have seconds with the zucchini noodles because they were just that. I made zucchini lasagna. It was so good. You didn't even know it was zucchini, like, the girls ate it, they loved it. I did have a second of that, but I didn't have big. It was like a little baby square. I don't put a lot on the plate anyways to begin with. I love Teresa. She said crack butter. She put they taste so good. So yeah, so good conversation. If you guys want to follow Teresa, check her out. I know Mary's big on Beachbody, so if you guys are looking for new recipes, new diet plans, new workouts, check out Mary Yee. You're always putting stuff out there. Do you have any final words, Mary, that you wanted to share?
Yeah, I do want to share that, like Jennifer said, I am part of Team Beachbody, and we put together programs for people daily. There is a workout where the workouts change every day. You're not stuck in doing the same workout every day, which for some
Oop.
people, if you get bored easily, these programs will not. Will be sending up newsletters. So I'm getting up emails for people,
Mm.
and I will be sending newsletters with ideas for recipes if you guys want to try them. Just leave in the comments your email, and I'll add you to my email list.
Yeah, and you share some good recipes also. So, Teresa shared a good tip. I know if I crave something bad, like a Snickers, which I love, I'll purchase one, take a bite, and throw it out. Wow, that is some that I don't know if I have the ability to throw it out. Like, I think I will eat the whole thing, like, I just won't buy it because I know that I'll be like,
Right.
"Nope." You know that when you're told growing up, like, "Don't throw out food, there's people that, like, aren't eating in poor
Yeah,
countries."
yeah, and
Ye Yeah, so I was just like, that's still kind of ingrained, so I'm like, "No, I can't throw out food, that's so bad."
that's how a lot of moms,
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately, gain weight because their kids are like, I'm done from what the kids have left because they don't want to throw food out.
Yeah, you don't wanna throw food out, so that's why I figured if I eat small, make small portions, make small amounts, only enough for just us to have 1 plate, I think we'll be good. Um, so we have Teresa, she put, laughing faces, and she put, "Mary, I'll be checking you out," which is great, and yes, Jennifer, we were taught. So, um, that as well. So awesome. This is great information. Thank you for joining us this morning. If you are watching us, thank you, Teresa, for hanging out and still chiming in through the chat. We appreciate you, and thank you, Mary, for last minute showing up to be a co-host. Because if not, I would have been by myself here, just rambling for an hour. And I don't know what I'm talking about. Uh, Uh, for those that want to learn more, we have a free Facebook group called the Wise Women Support Group. Feel free to go and check us out there. We have more inspiration stuff for the community there. If you have any questions, you can go to womenselfdevelopment@gmail.com. And we are having a run, right, Mary?
Yes.
May 2nd. We're big believers in moving, being active, and taking care of our bodies because it helps with the mind, the mindset, the confidence, the self-esteem. So we do advocate a lot of physical activity. So we are putting together a 5K, 10K, or a half marathon. So for those that want to join us, we do have a training community where we put together calendars you can follow so that you can do your first 5K or 10K or a half from wherever you are because it is virtual. So we'll be sharing more information soon. That's May 2nd. And you can find the group called Fat Wise Fat Girls Run. And the word fat does not mean fat. Don't, it's not about being fat. It's about, being fearless, authentic, and tenacious. Because I think too many people feel that because they are fat or bigger, they can't be athletic. They can't run. They can't take care of their bodies. They have to just be this type of person because you have extra body weight on you, which is to me nonsense. You can be athletic, you can still work out. There's plenty of people that are fit, but they're a little heavier. So I think we should do whatever we want. You can still be a runner and be a little overweight or be overweight. So um yeah, thank you so much, Teresa. Make sure, Teresa, you share your links and your website so that people can follow you. We appreciate you for being here with us this morning, and we love you too. So thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much, Mary. Do you have any? Will you share your Beachbody links also, Mary, on the chat?
Yeah, I will, because I also have a group that's starting called Bunnies and Burpees. And so if you join me, you'll be able to be in the group.
All right. Anyone that loves burpees, go follow Mary and do some burpees with her. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for watching. We'll talk to you guys soon. God bless you.